So the main groups I teach are trainers and coaches, and we're going to do a day for trainers and coaches where they're going to get some really practical tools for working with the body. So if you're a facilitator, if you're a therapist, you know, whatever you call yourself, if you work with people and you're like, look, I know the body matters, but I'm not like a super martial arts expert or something. And I just want some practical stuff that I can use with clients to help them make shifts. That's a great little day. I've taught that day in about 30 countries. It's always slightly different, but it's very finely tuned in terms of like making sure people have practical shit they can walk away with. And there's a big self-awareness piece in there. The other people that can come to that are like body people who want to work in more mainstream environments. So one thing I've got pretty good at in running my company is how you take this good hippie body stuff and how you actually take that into, say, business or police or military or government, or even your at-risk youth, like mainstream environments where you can't wear a tie-dyed top and talk about your crystals and chakras. So if you want to like translate all your body knowledge, you're like a dancer or a yoga person or a martial artist, into those sort of environments, then definitely come as well. So it's where those two groups meet is where I've been playing, and we've been doing that for a while. So that's the coach
awesome.
trainers day.
Yeah, and I'd love to see more body work, you know, out in the business world and more generally, you know, just like as we started, you know, I think it's just like actually important for larger world healing. Yeah.
Well, business runs the world, so unless they get their bodies back, they're going to get their souls back. And you know, just practically stress management, leadership, communication, and then the profound ethical shift we've been talking about. So for me, aside from the fact that it pays well, that's another reason I work in business.
Really?
So and then the yoga one. So I've done yoga for 20 years. Yoga asana is a beautiful thing, and it can just be sort of stretching, or it can be like an esoteric kind of pursuit. And I've really been within the question of how do we make yoga most impactful for our lives? So how do we use yoga postures to learn about ourselves as people, and to get it off the mat into our life? So that's what this embodied yoga principles work is all about. I'm doing one day there, then the TT in Melbourne. Like that for me is a way of really enriching yoga practice. And generally it's people that already do yoga that come to that, and they want to kind of add a layer to it. So it's not a style. So, you know, it can be added to Ashtanga or Yin or Hatha or whatever, integrated. And sometimes also coaches come to that because it's not very athletic what I'm teaching. And it's a really good little set of tools. Like if you're a coach and you want to give someone a homework on, say, money that we're just talking about, you can give them like, this is a tool to help you receive money. This is a posture for letting go at the end of the day. This is a posture for confidence. This is a posture for attraction. And it's really concrete, that work. So people, like in Russia, for example, they love it because it's really like these set postures people can use, and you can pick up a lot in a short space of time because they've been really finely tuned.
Yeah. I love how you're like using a practice that's just like so popular and just like growing and growing, and then adding this like psychological perspective, you know, and how, you know, because of course, like how we show up in our bodies is like how we're going to show up everywhere in life. Like you were saying, you know, there, you know, wherever I go, there I am. So like, you know, doing a yoga posture and then being able to notice the subtleties of each different person and the embodiment they bring to that posture and what that says about them. Like that's, I think it's a beautifully kind of great marketing thing you've done there, as well as a you know, kind of powerful place to really help.
Yeah, to me, the yoga seemed like the place to work because it was already common and in society it was accessible. Like people get yoga. It's not a big deal anymore to do yoga in most of the world now. So it just struck me as the tools were already there, the accessibility was there. So I sort of shifted some of the stuff I was doing. And, you know, yoga teachers are great because they already have a sense of the body. It's different. They're like a business person I work with who's like, oh shit, I have a body. Like my yoga teachers already get the body. And I just add some tools, and it's, you know, someone said it was a Western but deep approach to yoga, which I liked. So it's not the body beautiful yoga. It's not the esoteric yoga, though, you know, both of those have value. It's a Western but deep approach. And, you know, you see this anyway in yoga. If someone's doing warrior pose, you can see their personality, you know. All I'm doing is making that explicit and then giving them a way to develop themselves.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so we've put the yoga workshop. So each workshop is a day, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we put the yoga one on the first day and the coaches one on the second day. And we're encouraging people to come to both, because I think it's like probably a nice way, to come in and do the yoga and see how like a particular format of working with the body helps reveal things about people. And then going more kind of explicitly into facilitation and coaching with the body, and how people might want to, do that in their own way, probably not necessarily with yoga, but kind of, whatever the context is. So I imagine they kind of go pretty nicely together. And then also Tribe is putting on our kind of intro event called Tribe Connect, which is like a authentic social style event, which is then a place to drop into kind of connection with each other and practice kind of the embodiment of connection and authenticity. So really encourage people to come to that Friday as well, and that's included as part of the tickets that we're of the days that we've got happening with you.
Great. I'm going to be doing some tourist shit the day before, so if anyone wants to hang out and just have a coffee, I can do that on the 13th. It says in my diary, tourist crap on the 13th. And then on 16th, I think I'm leaving later on to go to Brisbane, Gold Coast, Byron, and then to Melbourne the next weekend. So if you're in Australia somewhere else, if you can catch us in Sydney, great. And the two things definitely fit together. So one's kind of very concrete, one's much more general kind of principles and underlying kind of principles towards it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being there for the first time. It's exciting. I'm supposed to be on sabbatical, so it's a little bit cheeky that I'm doing some workshops. So we're gonna have to tell my wife that I'm off somewhere else, okay? Because I'm supposed to be on holiday, but I can't. When I got on, I couldn't help myself teach a couple of cheeky workshops. So I think another one in New Zealand as well. Mostly I'm on holiday though.
Well, you guys can come and hang out with us, and we'll just like fully chill out and go social and holiday mode. Like,
I heard you have great food there as well. Is that right? Like I'm a big eater. Like eating is my second favorite thing. So it's like I heard you have great food in Sydney. Is that the case?
Totally. There's lots of good food. I love the diversity of food that's here actually. Yeah, it's really good. So good. So just let's kind of move towards wrapping up. I really appreciated the range of things that we've covered on this call. We started off and kind of looked at kind of your history,
death, sex, yoga,
money. Like I think we've touched on all the big ones.
Yeah, I need a rest.
Marriage, briefly. So I really appreciate that, and that's part of what kind of Tribe is part of our ethos is about, just like including it all, including all the diversity of it, which can get paradoxical, because how do we include exclusion as well? How do we include boundaries and saying no? So, but I to me, this kind of the roaming exploration we had today was like a nice kind of representation of that ethos. So
I had fun. The time has gone by. I felt it was flowing. It was vibrant. It's nice to start building some relationship with you ahead of coming there as well.
Yeah, so, likewise.
This was worth getting up in the morning for.
I'm so glad.
I felt like if I'm going to get up at 7:30, it's going to be fucking fun. I'll tell you that. So I had a good time.
Good.
I hope it was useful for people as well. That's the main thing. I just want to be of service with this stuff. So I hope this was useful. There's loads of out there on embodiment. There's ebooks that you can buy, free ones online. YouTube, my own podcast, the Embodiment podcast, is just shitloads. I've really tried to make this stuff available to the world free of charge. So even though I have courses that cost money, there's loads of content online. Like,
you're prolific. I can't believe how many videos you've got. You've got so many YouTube videos. It's like nuts.
Well over 1,000. You could spend like a week just watching YouTube videos to make this workshop. So that's what you've been doing, right? Thank you, man. You've been sitting on the other side of the world studying my stuff for years, right? So
that's right. And you send others email like, I want to hear from you wherever you are. I'm like, okay. And then here we are.
I love the internet. I love the modern world. How you can make stuff scale. Like we do online courses. You can scale stuff. You can put stuff out there for free. I feel like there is a kind of karma that comes back without getting too hippie about it. I do get rights based on someone 3 years ago or whatever. So it's cool, man. It's a nice feeling when you go, okay, I've given something out that has value and that's coming back to me now.
Yes, totally. Well, I for one am grateful, and I imagine other people will.
Oh shit! I'm just seeing the time. I need to go. I'm having a meeting with my colleague up a hill. We're going to go walking together to have a walking meeting. I need to run.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, and be in touch real soon.
Cheers, man. A
Great.
real pleasure. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Thanks, Mark. Bye, mate.